Hi, I'm Kendra Bailey Morris, and we are here in Sur La Table's amazing kitchen here in Richmond, Virginia. And today I'm going to be making a wonderful rib recipe. It's a little bit different than probably what you're used to. We're going to do a classic grilled ribs, which starts with a dry rub, and then we're going to make something really special, and it's a sauce that I've been playing with. It's a raspberry sorghum barbecue sauce. So we're going to start with some salt and some pepper. And then I've got some onion powder here. Again, you can use any mixture. You could use dried onion. You could even use some fresh onion. Brown sugar, which will help have a really nice glaze and balance out some of the heat that we're going to add in chilies. Chili powder, and this is a chili powder mixture. And I like to add a little bit of cayenne. Balance out the sweetness of the brown sugar, and some dry mustard. And I'm just really going to rub it on thick here, believe it or not. I'm going to cut this on here. So here's our dry rub all ready to go. I'm just going to press it in there really good. Get up in there. And what I'm going to do now, since I don't have a smoker, obviously, typically, when you make ribs, they're done in a smoker, slow, smoked, low and slow as the term goes when it comes to barbecue. I'm going to do a method that I've used quite a bit, and my mother actually taught me how to do, which is to cover it really tightly in foil, and then you're going to roast it in the oven. I'm going to do it about 3 or 4 hours at 275, and you get almost the same effect as you would if you were doing it with a slow smoker. So here we go. I'm going to put these in. Thanks to the magic of television, we have one already finished. And this is what you're going to be looking at about several hours later. You want them to have a little bit of a bite and a little bit of tenderness to them, but also you would like to be sure and be able to pick them up with tongs so you can flip them on the grill without any problems. Now this is a really simple sauce. It's easy to do, and you're using fresh berries. If you want to use blackberries, you can use blackberries. If you want to use black raspberries, you can do that. I'm using red raspberries, which I think add a really nice tartness and sweetness to this. And what we're going to do is start by adding all of these ingredients to a food processor or a blender, works just as well. We have raspberries, and then we're going to add some garlic as well. So I'm going to chop up a little bit more of this garlic. So we're going to add in some garlic. And next we're going to add some onion, and I'm using one small sweet onion. Vidalia onions would be perfect in this. Now these are ready to go in. So we've added our onion, and the next item we're going to add is a pretty good amount of brown sugar. I've got about 1/2 cup of just regular brown sugar, light brown sugar, packed. I'm going to add that in. And then my favorite ingredient, sorghum. And sorghum is very similar to molasses, so if you can't find sorghum, you can always use just regular black molasses, dark molasses, light molasses, corn syrup if you can't find that. The concept is you want something really sweet. And sorghum is basically very similar to molasses in that it comes from a sugar cane, and it's basically the sweetness and sugar and liquid is squeezed out of it. So we've got our sorghum in there, and now I'm going to add some ketchup because you can't have a barbecue sauce without ketchup. And I've got a little cider vinegar, and that's just to balance out all of the sweetness that we've got going on in here. It's about 1 tablespoon. And next we're going to add some ground ginger and some hot pepper, and that just balances out really nicely the sweetness. And then you're just going to puree this up. There we go. And we're going to put this in a pan, and we're going to cook it for about 30 minutes or so. Now, an option with this is also to strain the seeds out of it if you want to at some point. That's totally up to you. So I'm going to put our sauce on the stove. It's going to cook for 30 minutes, and we'll be right back in just a moment. So here we have our finished sauce, and it's cooked down really beautifully. And what I'm going to do now is basically give this a slather And I'm just going to give it a light coating for now because as it cooks on the grill, which I'm going to put it on this grill over here, it will caramelize and I will add some other layers of the sauce. So I'm going to lay this down on the grill. You can really hear that. And as this cooks, I will continue to baste it. And you want to watch it real carefully when it's on the grill because you're working with a lot of sugars. You've got brown sugar and the sorghum in there, and you want to make sure that it doesn't burn. So I would say give it about maybe 5 minutes on each side. So I'm going to take it off the grill. And I'm basically just going to cut through and plate these up. Obviously, any additional sauce you can serve on the side or just do a little extra for brushing. You can't go wrong with that. And there you have it, barbecue ribs with the sorghum raspberry sauce. Try it this summer, you'll like it. So for Heart of the Home, I'm Kendra Bailey Morris. Let's get cooking.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafarmbureau.org.